Hi, my name is Ted Brunel, and I would like to demonstrate how we can spin up workloads inside of an OpenStack environment that kind of self-monitor themselves. They are constantly monitoring the network conditions of where they are deployed, and if they see some kind of anomaly, such as the number of users trying to log in incorrectly, of course, it can contact CloudForms and have Ansible deploy additional workloads. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I already have a virtual machine named Monitor running inside of Red Hat OpenStack Platform 10. What Monitor is it's just a simple VM. It's just running a simple script that goes out and let's see if we can list out that file. What it does, it goes out and it looks at the number of incorrect SSH logins over a 10-minute period, or I'm sorry, a 5-minute period. If it sees more than 2 of those, then it goes ahead and kicks off additional workloads via CloudForms and Ansible. So not too terribly exciting to look at. But what we can do is we can go ahead and fake a couple logins. So I'm going to go ahead and try logging in as cloud, and it'll fail. Then I'm going to try to log in as admin. And as you can see, that one fails too. And lastly, I'm going to try logging in as myself. And that should also fail. So now I have 3 incorrect SSH logins. It looks like maybe I was probing, looking for an account that existed so I could log into that virtual machine. So let's go ahead and walk away from this while the script is running, and let's explore CloudForms a little bit so that we can see what's going on inside of CloudForms once the script kicks off and starts doing its work. So inside of CloudForms, in this newer version, we have the ability to integrate with Ansible playbooks. And as you can see, I have an alert over here now saying that provisioning is taking place. So that is the script contacting CloudForms and saying, let's provision some additional workloads because somebody's knocking on my door and I don't know who it is. So inside of here, we can actually see that there's a couple playbooks I pulled in via Git repo. And this is just the one that we're running today, OS demo heat map YAML file. So it's a very simple playbook. All it does is it deploys a tenant inside of OpenStack, and it logs into that tenant and deploys a application, which we're going to see here in just a few minutes. So if I come over here to services and requests, we can see that the request that came in from the virtual machine is this one here right at the top. And it is currently processing the request, and we can keep refreshing this and seeing that this number goes up as it keeps trying to access the virtual machine. What's a little bit more intuitive though is if we click on my services, we can come in and see the service that's being deployed, and inside the service, if we click on the provisioning tab, we can see the Ansible playbook that is being run. So right now Ansible is in this task right here called wait for SSH to come up. And we can go ahead and refresh that. It doesn't take a terribly long time for SSH to come up, and then we'll see the rest of the playbook running. So SSH still isn't up. Let's go ahead and go back here to OpenStack. We'll refresh our instances view, and what we should see is that there's a second instance maybe in the middle of creation. So there is another instance online. This IP address is 192.168.100.164. I'm going to go ahead and copy that to my clipboard because we're going to use that here in a little bit. We'll refresh the provisioning screen one more time for our instance, and what we'll see is Ansible finished SSHing into the server, so it's accessing it remotely now, and it's gone ahead and done several other things. It made a directory for a Node.js application. It copied some code over to the server, created a service file, enabled the service, and then it configured the firewall and restarted the firewall. So everything looks like it was successful over here. Let's go ahead and try our application up here. We'll go ahead and paste the IP address up here in our address bar. And what we see come up is an SSH heat map. So this could be synonymous with traffic that we're seeing from elsewhere in the world and other places that we're also monitoring. So now we can see, you know, maybe it wasn't just us that had somebody knocking on their door trying to get in using bad usernames and passwords. Maybe this is like some kind of larger outbreak. So hopefully this demonstration was helpful to you, and I want to thank you for watching. All right, bye-bye.